Thank you for being part of the program. We appreciate it. Here we are together again on the radio. And from Match.com. Sorry, I misspoke. Here is an article called 7 Signs You're in a Dead-End Relationship. Do any of these sound familiar? I'll read you the story by Susan Hayden from Match.com. Not sure whether your relationship can jump all of life's little hurdles? Well, who is? There's no real certainty in life or love, but you should at least feel more than 90% positive about your chances. Because the last thing you want, and we're all guilty of it, is to run in circles with someone who's completely wrong for you. Someone who treats you like crap. Or simply a relationship of convenience. Here are 7 telltale signs to look out for. See if any of these apply to you. 1. You have the same fight over and over. I'm not talking about the toothpaste cap. This is more like major fundamental issues. Money, physical intimacy, jealousy, etc. that the two of you can't agree upon. And if you keep putting off the argument only for it to resurface once or twice a year, you're really not making any progress. 2, you discover yet another big secret. Okay, so you're not actually catching her in a lie, but she sure does seem to have a lot of really huge secrets that you accidentally and continually uncover. Just how well do you really know her? 3, you see each other less than 15 hours a week, and you still have little to talk about. Your schedules are so crisscrossed that you have little more than a few phone calls and 2 dinners together a week, but those dinners are spent in near silence. And you can't remember what your lawyer's boyfriend's last case was about. Is it that you don't care, you have amnesia, or you're growing apart? 4, you can't stand her family or friends. A wise friend of mine once said, I can tell whether a girl is right for me by her parents. If I like who they are and what they're about, then I know she'll be much the same when we get older. Certainly, there are those parents who are nothing like us and whom we want nothing to do with. But generally speaking, you are the product of your parents. And as far as friends are concerned, you speak volumes by the company you keep. 5, after 5 years, one of you still can't commit. Or perhaps neither one of you is ready for a commitment. Although each couple is different. Not all are designed to be in lifelong relationships. If you still don't know whether you want to completely commit to your partner after 5 or so years, statistics show that you probably never will. 6, you have a wandering eye. When you're out with your single girlfriends, do you tend to drool at the eye candy or long for the attention of the opposite sex around the bar? Harmless flirting is just that. Harmless. But if you find yourself wanting more and more and more, you may need to consider what your relationship is lacking. 7, you're still waiting for him to change. Face it, ladies, they don't change. If you're waiting for the big turnaround, you might as well turn around and walk out the door. 7 signs you're in a dead-end relationship. Right there. Any of that sound familiar? One point or another, I have experienced every one of these. Either I was the victim or the perpetrator. I'll tell you that right now. Having the same fight over and over. Continually discovering things you didn't know about the other person that they conveniently forgot to tell you. Things like maybe they were married before, or maybe their ex-boyfriend still calls them on Valentine's Day, or whatever. Having very little to talk about, or, more importantly, you tell the other person something, and they go, uh-huh, and then they never heard anything you said. And then later on they act surprised when you tell them the same thing again. Ever had that one happen to you? Yeah. Not being able to stand the family or friends, I think that is a key issue. Your friends are you. I believe that. Whatever your friends are, that's what you are. You gravitate to people who are like you. So if the people you're with, let's go down the list. If the people you're with are gold diggers, whores, If they are gossipers, the chances are that's you. Why would you hang out with people who don't share your values? Of course, they are you. Inability to get a commitment, I've never had a problem with that. I've been married 4 times. That's never been an issue for me. I know many of you have had this problem with people. That's never been a problem for me, never. For some reason, I'm a goddamn magnet. I'm super glue. Women meet me and they say, that's it. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Even though you drink too much, go to too many sporting events, hang out too much with your friends, I want to be with you. I don't care how many things... I don't care if you like going to concerts all the time and you're on the road all the time and women are taking their clothes off. You are the person I want to be with. And then when they're with me, it's like, you know what? You're impossible. I can't stand to be with you. Getting a commitment has never been a problem. Women want to commit to me the minute they meet me. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I don't know what it is about me. Maybe I look harmless with that baby face I have. I don't know. But for some reason, women definitely want to get with me and stay with me forever and ever and ever. And has any of them been with me forever and ever and ever? No. No, they thought they wanted that. Then they got to know me better. I have the continuing problem where people meet me and they say, what do you do for a living? I say, I do a radio talk show. Oh, that's really cool. That's fascinating. I'd love to get down to the studio and watch you sometime. Then later on, when they find out you got to, work for a living, you don't just come in here and blab for a couple hours, you got to, read email and go to client lunches, and you got to travel on the road to support the show and stuff like that. And I had one woman literally wanted me to retire, wanted me to quit. Literally just wanted me to quit. Met me through the show, thought it was really cool, and then wanted me to quit. Having a wandering eye, been there, done that, had it done to me, both. And waiting for the other person to change. Again, ongoing issue for me. You know what? My therapist and I have had this conversation many times. And here's what happens. I meet women who, when I meet them, they're like, you like cake? I like cake. You like breathing? I like breathing. You like jazz? I like jazz. You like hockey? I like hockey. Yeah, whatever. You like wine? I like wine. Then, once they get their nose inside the tent, suddenly it's like, I don't know why you have to have another glass of wine. Are you going to another hockey game tonight? What is the problem? All you want to do is hang out with your friends and drink wine and go to hockey games, and then you got to go to Seattle, and you got to go to Portland, and you got to go... Why? They think that it's going to all change. It's all cool in the beginning. Then they think it's going to change. And it's not. Just ask all the exes I have. Ex-girlfriends, ex-wives. Ask them. It's still the same. All the stuff they were complaining about, I'm still doing it. So I'm wondering, folks, does any of this ring true for you? Are you, right now, in a dead-end relationship?
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I make 6 figures, and I'm a big guy, but I tell you, when they see the wad, they're all over me.
Which wad is that?
The cash wad.
How well hung is your wallet?
It's very well hung.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show, 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. All right, are you in a dead-end relationship? Do tell. Joe on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Not much.
Yeah, definitely in a dead-end relationship.
How so?
It's my girlfriend, man. We constantly about the same thing. We argue about the same thing over and over. It's endless. It never quits.
Mm-hmm. And you are 22?
Yes, sir, I am.
Why are you living with someone?
It's hard for me to get a place right now, of my own. So,
pal, you get a roommate.
Well, yeah, but the only roommates I could find right now are two chicks, and you know, she ain't having that, you know. And
well, tough luck. You know what? You don't need a girlfriend at 22. Why are you doing that?
I don't know. Because you know, I jumped into it real quick. You know.
Well, you can jump right out.
I know.
Well, why don't you?
Well, I guess the circumstances that you know she's in. You know, her dad's dying, and I feel bad. You know, and I feel like she needs somebody there. You know. And
well, you'll be available. You'll be a phone call away. But why do you need to live with her? It doesn't make any sense. Let her move in with her dying dad. And
she lives with him.
She lives with him.
Yeah.
So you don't live with her.
Oh, I live with her and him. It's his house.
Well, what are you doing there? She's got. That's insane.
I know. I know. And you know what? It's retarded because I do know. You know.
You do know. What do you know?
I know that it's insane, and it's I don't need to be there, but yet I stay there.
Well, you know what? Then you need to step up to the plate, buck up, and get out of it.
You know, you're probably right, Tom.
Well, I know I'm probably right, but I know you. You won't do anything about this.
No, actually, you know, talking to you and hearing it from you right here, I think I will.
I mean, that's what you need to do is get out. If she needs to talk to you, she can call you.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't like, you know, if you can't find another roommate but two chicks, well, guess what? That's the deal.
If I get out of there, we're done. You know, I'm just gonna cut it off completely.
Perfect.
So I think that's.
And then you do not need a girlfriend.
I don't. You're right.
I mean, you don't. You should be having fun now.
I know. I should be out partying and hanging out with the guys, huh?
Before one of these chicks gets knocked up and you're in Puyallup, Washington, you look around you.
I know.
Look at the Caucasian women where you are.
Oh, they're populated with babies up the yin-yang.
Yes, all the Def Leppard fans with the tattoos and the cigarettes who crank them out, listen to classic rock on the radio. That's it. That's your neighbor right there. That's your next girlfriend. Please, stop it.
Oh, no.
Come on, I've been to Puyallup. I know the score.
Yeah, it's bad with that. You are right.
Nothing I like better than when those chunky chicks who smoke cigarettes and have two kids, they get in the El Camino and they drive down to the Def Leppard concert down at the fairgrounds or wherever. Come on, you know that's what Puyallup is all about. Come on.
You are goddamn right.
I know. Is that really what you want for your future? Come on.
Oh, hell no, Tom.
No.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tom. I appreciate it.
Joe, I'm here to help. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. All right, are you in a dead-end relationship? In what way is it a dead-end relationship? How do you know this relationship is going nowhere? And then again, why do you stay there? You can call us here toll-free at 1-800-5800-TOM. Remember, I don't want to talk to you if you were in a relationship 5 years ago that was a dead-end relationship. I'm talking about right now. If your relationship is going nowhere and for the life of you, you don't know why you're still in it, call me at 1-800-5800-TOM.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Are you in a dead-end relationship? Do tell. Rocky on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, son.
How you doing, Tommy?
Do you care, Rocky?
Of course I do. You're the father I never had.
I am indeed.
Well, I am in a dead-end relationship. I'll tell you that much, but it's an on-again, off-again one, and I enjoy it to the fullest. I am, my job carries me out of town, so I'm gone for weeks at a time, and every now and again I'll get a call from her, you know, every other day, and they'll tell me that, you know, what's going on, she misses me and this and that. I'll tell her that I'm banging some chick as a joke, which I really am, and then I'll come home and she'll, like, be upset and happy that I'm home, and then won't let me go out and do the things that I've been doing for the last month and a half or a couple weeks. So I'm just kind of stringing her along, and
why are you even bothering to string her along? Why?
Because it's fun when I'm here for a week in town when I'm back home, and then I leave for another couple of weeks or a month.
So you're using her as a booty call?
Pretty much, but she thinks I'm her boyfriend.
So you lie to her and tell her that you're monogamous?
No, I don't. I'll make jokes about banging some chicks, or, yeah, we had a couple of chicks come out from the show and we banged them, and she'll pull on the old stunt with, oh, you're so funny, like, yeah, right. But it's really true, and she just doesn't get it.
Now, was there ever a relationship here, or and it got worse, or was there never a relationship?
We dated for a month.
Now, when I was saying a relationship, you know.
No, not a.
You had sex for a month, but was there ever, like, a real relationship?
No. Never.
But she believed there was.
She believes there is.
And still believes.
Yeah.
And did she believe that, like, right away?
For about the first 2 months, she was really into it, calling me her boyfriend and introducing me as her boyfriend to the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just kind of stand there, humbled and smile, like, okay.
Really? Well, all right, Rocky. Thank you for telling us about that. Appreciate it. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Jimmy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Jimmy.
How are you, man?
Doing great.
Good. Yeah, I've been married for about 5 years going on. And 2 years into the relationship, she just stopped having sex. Just decided, I'm not going to have sex anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay. Not much you can do because I didn't listen to your show before this. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't get a prenup.
Of course you did. But you have no kids, I see here.
No.
Well, then you're better off just getting... by the way, does she work?
Oh, yeah.
How much does she make?
She pulls in about 80.
And how much do you make?
About 80. Yeah, give her...
Well, chances are you won't have to pay alimony at all.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, you kind of feel that, it's the whole love issue's still there, but...
But why would you love someone who won't have sex with you?
See, that's a whole different deal right there. I'm telling you, that's the fight of the year.
But why fight over it? If she doesn't want to have sex with you, it's over.
Yeah, I don't know. I just...
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, come on, man. You just don't... I know I've been raised, you just don't bounce a chick like that. But, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
She bounced you already. You have too much of an ego to see it.
You're probably right. But, I mean, I get it maybe once a week, if possible, if I'm begging.
Pal, you're 27 years old.
I feel you on that, man. I'm dying here.
That's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
I feel you.
And what reason does she give for this?
What'd you name it? I mean, what hasn't she given me?
No, but what is the ongoing reason why she has sex with you once a week?
It's just lack of interest, I guess.
She told you, I'm not interested in you.
No, she doesn't say that, but I mean, you can tell. I mean,
No. What does she say? Asking for the excuse means quote her now. What does she say?
Headache. I'm too tired. I have to get up early.
Didn't she have to get up early when you got married?
No.
She didn't have a job when you got married?
No.
And now she does?
Now she's a big one, yeah.
Well, why does she stay with you? Why do you stay with her? What sense does this make?
I don't know, man. It's just something I've gotten myself into. I've been trying to call you to see what you thought about the situation.
I think you should be out of there tonight.
And just X the whole 5-year marriage.
Done. Look, you're only 27. You got married way too young.
I did.
And now you're seeing why that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel ya.
So
hey, Tom, thanks a lot. Can you take a
But wait, before you go,
what's up, man?
what will you actually do? My guess, nothing.
What will I actually do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do nothing, man.
Right, I know. You're going to stay there and put up with it.
Well, maybe...
Because you're a pussy.
Well, I don't
You're
know
a Portland pussy. That would be a good name for a sports team, the Portland Pussies. Since there are so many pussies living in Portland.
They can't play anything else anyway in Portland, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to bounce on a chick. I mean, there's maybe we could work something out. I mean, don't you think? There's
no
hope?
No.
You don't think there's no hope at all?
No. You want to know why?
Tell me.
Because she put the hammer down 3 years ago, and you tolerated it.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So it's done. You gave up your window of opportunity.
So basically, I'm just screwed. So what you're saying is just 86 the entire deal.
Right. Well, are you a man or a mouse? You going to sit there and beg for sex?
Oh, well, no.
You had enough of that when you were single.
Yeah, it's a thing. You're on the stance where you don't believe in having a girlfriend when you're married because you're committed. Is that correct? I think.
What's the point? I mean, you're not going to owe a penny. You could leave scot-free. Why be with somebody who doesn't want to have sex with you?
Yeah.
Why? They don't. That person does not love you. Remember the term? Your wife's probably used it in the beginning. Making love.
Yeah.
See, your wife doesn't love you. She doesn't love you.
That's a harsh word, man.
Well, you know what? When your wife says, I don't want to have sex with you anymore, it's because she doesn't love you.
I don't know if I can agree with you on that.
Well, why not?
Once a week is, you're saying she doesn't love me because she wants.
Once a week is what you do when you're 65 and you run out of Viagra.
I feel you. Yeah.
Not 27.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're 27 today. You were 24 when this started.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, well, no.
2 years after, about 2 years, two and a half years
Not
after.
appropriate.
Yeah.
And you are unreasonable for accepting it.
Yeah, I understand. I feel you.
Hang on a second. Hey, Tim, what do you want to say to Jimmy here?
I want to let you know, Jimmy, that women need sex too. So, if your wife's out banging someone else, you might as well just go out and bang someone too.
I don't know about that, Tim.
Now you're telling me to go out and cheat.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're telling me to go out and cheat on my wife? I mean, that's...
She's cheating on you, or end it.
I don't know if she's cheating on me.
One of the two, stand up for yourself one way or another. Tell her it's not acceptable. You're 27 years old. You should be banging every night. There's no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you.
There's no reason.
Yeah, you guys are right. You guys are right.
Yeah, but you still won't do anything about it. Because you're a pussy.
She's cheating on you, dude.
No. She's not cheating on me. I know her schedule. I mean, to be honest, I don't fully know, but no, I wouldn't. I don't know. I've just been raised. I'm not going to cheat on my wife. I mean, I've just been raised.
I'm not suggesting you cheat on her. I'm suggesting you leave her.
Yeah. Well,
even better.
But Big Tim over there is the radio goddess now telling me he wants me to cheat on my wife.
No, I think you tell her you're going to get sex somewhere. So you're either going to get it from her or you're going to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that's an ultimatum I've been actually thinking about.
Major relationship
No, you should stop thinking about doing things and start doing.
Yeah. Well, the next topic I'll call back in if something changes.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
1-800-5800-TOM. Are you in a dead-end relationship? Tell us the details at 1-800-5800-866. Michele on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
Well, I don't really know if I'm in a dead-end relationship. It seems like, we've been married almost 4 years, and, I have no interest in sex, and he wants sex all the time. I feel like, it's like a burden to me. He wants to talk sometimes, and he wants all this different stuff, and I personally would just be happy, honestly, just laying there and get it over with.
And were you always like that?
Not when I was younger, but I mean, it seems like I can't really say with other people that I've always had an interest. When I was younger, I had more of an interest in sex, but I feel like I'm older than I should be, I guess, and I just don't feel like having sex.
Most women, when they get to be your age, that's when they want sex the most.
I know, and I don't know if, he likes to talk a lot during sex about people that I've been with or whatever, that's what turns him on, and, it's just, it feels like, okay, I don't want to talk about this stuff, and I know that's what turns him on, and I've told him, hey, can't we just have normal sex? And he's like, well, that just doesn't really, I'm a man, and it's harder for me than it is for you, and blah, 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 and I just can't,
Was he always like that?
Was he always like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning, no, he wasn't. He kind of just snuck it up on me, I guess, with what he wanted to talk about.
So he never talked about that stuff before you got married?
Nope. I mean, it's kind of a weird situation how we got together anyhow, because he was my first husband's best friend. He was married at the time, and then we started talking years later, and then we got together and everything. We had a phone relationship first. He lived in Alaska, and it was more or less a phone relationship, and then he came out to see me when I lived in Portland, and we got married. And that went on, the phone relationship thing kind of went on for, I'd say about 4 or 5 months. So we really didn't get a chance to date or anything like that. We just were like, okay, I guess, we're at that age and we get along good. Let's just get married. So there was really no dating or anything like that. It just kind of happened. And he has 2 kids from a previous marriage, and I have a little girl.
With him?
No, not with him. No kids together.
Okay. All right, and so
I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't want to lose my husband. You know, I do love him, but I feel like he doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve to not, you know, have sex and not get sex when he wants it. And you know, I feel bad. I just don't know how to fix it.
have you been to a therapist or a counselor or anything?
Can't afford one, to be honest with you.
Well, you know, if you check out, I know you're in Seattle, under King County in the phone book.
Okay.
Check mental health facilities. There are, I know, counseling services available on a ability to pay basis.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So I should try something like that.
I would.
I mean, am I in the wrong here? I mean, I feel like I am. I mean,
Well,
I'm not saying he's 100% right, but I know I'm not right.
Well, I mean, look, each of you has an issue. He needs to talk to you a certain way during sex to get turned on.
Right.
What he needs turns you off. And so
he said, why don't we just stop? And I said, you know, and I'll be like, okay, but then I realize he's not enjoying it as much.
Right.
You know, if I'm not talking to him or...
That's why you need an intermediary to come in there, a passionate observer.
Right.
Who can deal with these isnoissues with you.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But I'm telling you, this service is available.
Okay.
And if you just, I don't know if they have the blue pages in your phone book in Seattle, but certainly under government services, look for mental health services.
Okay.
If there's a main number for King County, call it. Tell them you're looking for mental health services.
Okay.
That's what they call it. It doesn't mean you're crazy. That's just the name of it. That's just the name of it.
I am, but...
All right. Well, that's another story. I will tell you something I've said to people on the air before, and I'm letting you know something personal about me. I have been to therapy.
Right.
3 years of therapy, to be exact, and it was one of the best things I ever did for myself. It did not save my marriage, but it was great for me.
We both agree. I mean, we both are willing to go. That's the thing. We both want to go. So, I mean, we realize they've got problems. I mean, it's not all just sex.
Right.
You know, stepchildren and, I mean, there's a lot of issues.
I have found, having been married 4 times, that sexual problems are never the problem. They are the symptom of a problem.
Right, right. I feel a woman has to be treated, you know, I mean, for me, if I'm being treated wrong, I sure as heck don't want to go have sex with my husband.
Well,
if he's treating me wrong, and you know, I always thought for a man, it's like it doesn't really matter. You can treat them bad, and they still want to have sex. Doesn't matter. You know, so.
But you know now what you have to do. I want you to do it, and then call me back and let me know what happens.
I will. I definitely will. I will definitely call.
Okay?
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Are you in a dead-end relationship?
1-800-5800-TOM.
Really?
1-800-5800-866.
Shut up! Why do you listen to Tom then? You don't like him, don't listen to him.
I used to listen to him every night.
I listen to him every night. He is my idol.
Shut up! I'm talking.
Okay. Shut up!
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. Are you in a dead-end relationship? Lisa on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom. This is Lisa.
Lisa.
Hey, first-time caller. Short-time listener. Just started listening to you, but love your program.
Right.
Well, this is a situation. I've been seeing this guy for probably close to a year.
Mm-hmm.
And he just refuses to tell his ex that he's in a relationship now.
Is his ex married to him?
No.
Does he owe her? Does he owe her money or anything like that?
They do have children together.
All right. Well, that's probably a reason.
Yeah. But apparently at one point she did find out about me.
Yeah.
And
he denied it.
He didn't deny it. He did tell her. I mean, he's the one that told her. But what happened was, I guess she gave him a very hard time about, at that point, spending time with his kids if he was going to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, threatening him. Well, you can't have the girls around her. You know, calling me.
Now you see why he kept it a secret.
Yeah. My question is, I mean, is that something that I should consider a
Well, I tell everybody, you know, when you get involved with single parents, you take on their baggage.
Right.
And for some people, this is the baggage.
Right.
So, this is part of the package. Are you willing to accept it? Probably not.
Well, I was okay with it. I mean, I was like,
why?
If she's gonna give you a hard time about it, no big deal, whatever. I mean, I don't want her to give you problems paying your kids. I didn't want him to.
But what about you and what you need? What you don't care about Dan?
It's starting to bother me now.
I think it's been bothering you all along. I think now you're starting to admit it. I'm out of time, Lisa, but thank you very much for the call.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Out of time, Lisa, but thank you very much for the call.
The Tom Leykis Show.